Hello there, it's XD time back again. So far we've learned how to download the UI kit, we've learned how to deal with text and colors and a few tricks here and there. So let's start basic prototyping today. I've got this document that we've been working on. We've got the header and a few boxes and buttons. Let's quickly grab the footer as well. And since I already have the UI kit file open, I can easily move to that file from Window. And you see the two files here. The one with a tick is this file, and the other one is where we need to steal the footer from. So let's select that. I hope you remember the shortcut to zoom into the selection. We discussed it in the last video. In case you don't remember, you need to make a selection using click and drag and then press Command 3 on a Mac or Control 3 on a PC, and you will reach your selection in a jiffy. From here, I'm going to pick this as the footer. So I'm going to click and drag to select it and then use Command C on a Mac or Control C on a PC to copy it. And then switch back to my document where I'm supposed to paste this. And to do that, I'm going to take the same route. So let's go to Window, and from the list, select the name of the document we need to go back to. Once on our document, let's click Command V on a Mac or Control V on a PC to paste our selection. Now there are two things we need to do with this footer before we place it to its right place. First is, you see the green icon at the corner. It means that this document is still linked to the wires document from where we stole it. So if we make any changes here, it will get updated back there as well, something we don't want. So to unlink it, right click on it and select unlink component, and it will be disconnected. The other thing is to ungroup the footer because the text within it is grouped. So if we drag the box, it will distort the text as well, and we wouldn't really want that. So right click on it once again and select ungroup. And you can see the shortcut to that is Shift Command G on a Mac or Shift Control G on a PC. Now using click and drag, select just the boxes and then hold Option on a Mac or Alt on a PC and drag them to snap to the sides. And you'll find them dragging from the other side as well. If we don't hold Option or Alt, this won't happen. Our next task is to create another artboard so that we could start linking the artboards, and there are three ways to do it. In the first way, we can click on the artboard icon on the left and it will populate a whole list of options for you to select from. Since we are working on web, we can select Web 1920 and the artboard will be created. So let's undo this using Command Z on a Mac or Control Z on a PC. The second way is to click on the layers panel on the bottom left, and the moment you click on it, the artboard name will appear on the top. Right click on it and select duplicate, and this will make another copy of the existing artboard. And in a way it's good for us since we don't have to copy the header and the footer, etc. using this option. So let's undo this one as well using Command Z on a Mac or Control Z on a PC. The last option is to click on the name of the artboard, and then using Shift and Option on a Mac or Shift and Alt on a PC, just drag the artboard to the right to make another copy. So out of the three options we discussed, you can pick whichever is the most convenient for your working style. Since this new artboard will be linked to the main one, we don't really need so many boxes and buttons here. So let's keep just one and remove the rest by clicking and dragging, and then using the delete or backspace key we can remove them. Let's also move the footer to the top right below the box, and also click, drag and shorten the artboard as we don't really need such a big artboard for this one. You'll see when I'm trying to shorten the artboard, it is trying to remove the footer as well, as it's not really good at snapping to things. So let's leave it close to the footer and then drag the footer to snap it to the bottom of the artboard, and it will snap perfectly. As I'll be importing some content from our UI kit for this one, let's delete this box as well and then go to Window and switch to wires document, and from here I'll pick something that has to do with products or packages. So let's pick this one. This looks perfect. So click drag to select and do a Command C on a Mac or Control C on a PC to copy it. Then go to Window to switch back to our document. So select the document from there. And then do a Command V on a Mac or Control V on a PC to paste it to the new artboard we just created. Perfect. Now I'm going to rename the title of this to packages. And since I've named these packages, the source from the main web page should also have the same name. So let's make the necessary changes to that as well. Now it's time to link them. So let's go to the prototype tab on top. And when you click on the packages button, you will find a small arrow tab appearing on the right. Click and drag it to the second artboard. As your cursor touches the second artboard, you'll find its border highlighting. Release the mouse and now the packages button is linked to this artboard. But remember, this is still a one-way street. We need to link artboard 2 back to the main page. Like in all web pages, what happens is when you click on a particular button, it takes you to another page. And once you've completed your task there, you want to get back to the main page for something else maybe. And usually when we click on the company's logo, it takes us back to the main page. Since our artboards do not have the company logo, the demo text heading on the menu bar is our logo. So for artboard 2 to link back to artboard 1, click on demo text of artboard 2 and you'll find the same blue arrow. Just click and drag to the main artboard and your return journey is now confirmed. To test the connectivity, click on the play button on the top right corner and it will open in a small window. Let me maximize it so that you could see it clearly. Alright, so when I click on the packages button here, it will take me to the second artboard, which is all about packages. And if you hover your mouse around to other text, you will find that the cursor doesn't change or prompt you to click anywhere. It's because we haven't really linked anything yet. However, the moment you take your cursor to demo text, a hand icon will appear. Click on it and you're back to the main page. Okay, so let's close this by clicking on the small cross button at the corner and get back to our document. Now what if I want to disconnect the button? I have probably decided to link it to some other artboard. How do I disconnect it? To do that, just click on the connection on the second artboard and drag it to the first artboard and it will be disconnected. Do the same thing for artboard 2. Just click on the connected node of artboard 1 and drag it back to artboard 2 and the connection is gone now. We did the dragging to connect as there were just 2 artboards, but in a real situation there will be hundreds of artboards. How do you think we'll manage then? Well, then I tell you there's another way to connect the artboards, a better way in fact. Let's click on packages button once again. And this time you see on the right there is a menu that gets activated. So tap is the trigger, which means the moment someone clicks the button it will trigger. And under destination drop down you will find the name of artboard 2, which is homepage 1, so select that. And the moment you select it, the link between the 2 artboards is created. You can even use the animation to slide left. We'll see what it means in a second. Okay, now click on demo text of artboard 2 and update the destination to homepage, which is our main page, and change the animation to slide right. Perfect. Now this one is linked as well. Now click on the play button on top. Let's maximize this. Okay, and click on packages and you see how the animation of sliding works. And now click on demo text and it slides back to the main page. So my friends, that was basic prototyping and interactivity. I hope it added some value to the 9 minutes you spent watching it. So if you liked it, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Until we meet again. Goodbye and thanks for watching.